mean, it's fine. I mean, as a freelancer, I mean, it's not, it's not tremendously, to me, the biggest difference is that I guess the account people don't know, they haven't, at least in this last shoot, she didn't know how to produce a photo shoot. Mm-hmm. So I ended up really producing it. And I didn't really realize that she had never produced a photo shoot. So there was a little lack of experience, on team's end. Because but I don't know why, I don't know exactly her role, I didn't realize that she had, and she was like, oh, I've never produced a photo shoot. And I was like, oh, that's why this is a little disorganized. But I didn't know that at the time, and so, that was probably something, that stood out to me, that I wasn't sure. I don't know why she was producing a photo shoot when she had no experience producing a photo shoot. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that teams should offer more services to freelancers?
Well, they did have a freelancer gathering, which I saw on Facebook, but I wasn't invited to that. I saw it after the fact, so I don't know how they chose their freelancers to include in that. I think that's the nice. I would have totally have gone to that, and that would, having opportunities, I think, to, because even though I don't work in the team office, I think that, I'm a part of their network of someone that they use to put together bids for clients. So I would enjoy more opportunities to get together with their freelance network, which I like that idea, but I don't know why I wasn't included on the email to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What single thing should team focus on to improve their effectiveness?
To improve their effectiveness?
Yes, as an organization.
On the last photo shoot, I think it would have been nice to know that the woman who was producing the photo shoot didn't know how to produce a photo shoot, and that I should have been paid in addition to produce it. So I wasn't compensated fairly for the amount of work that I did, and I didn't know that she had never. So I basically produced it, and I should have been paid for that. So I think either educating the account managers, or so that was a little confusing. I didn't figure that out until the end. So I think just being more upfront and clear. Mm-hmm. I think it would have been nice, on this last job, because everybody was a freelancer. I had to initiate a phone call to meet everybody and understand who everybody was on the team, and understand who the designer was and who the videographer was, and it was just confusing. And so it would have been nice, to just have a 10-minute conversation to be hey, and I had to say to the team, hey, we really need to have a conversation to understand, how, on the day of the shoot, how is the videographer going to work? How do I work? What is the designer? And, really kind of understand, because it was a really complicated shoot day. Mm-hmm. And so I was the one initiating all those conversations, and saying, like, we really need, whereas, like, that really should have been team initiating it. That shouldn't have been me. And so I think that, just like even a phone call. I mean, ideally, I think face-to-face is best, but sometimes that's hard. But I think when you're going to work on the project together, just to understand, like, how everybody works, as a freelancer, just so that, no one's stepping on each other's toes and we all respect, what everyone's doing and how everyone works. Because it's a bit, it was a bit confusing on my end of things.
So the communication can be improved. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Team's business model be translated to other industries?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure it could, but I don't have any suggestions.
Let's go to the next question then. When you work with a group of people, what are the key attributes of successful teammates?
I think listening to one another and respect. Being and I think in the freelance business, I think there's managing people's expectations. I've gotten burned on that before. And so, just making sure that, it's realistic, what can actually get done. Everybody wants more for less.
Yeah.
And these days, and so they want more, and we're going to pay you nothing, or not nothing, but we're going to pay you, not as much. And, which is fine, but I feel like, too, I think sometimes people they'll be like, oh, like, I want X, Y, and Z, like, on your website. And I'm like, can't we do that in 30 minutes? And I'm like, no. And I think it's managing people's expectations of what is really real, like, to a client and what's realistic. So, like, if they want the sun, the moon, and the stars, but they only want to pay me $1,000, then it's my job or team's job to be like, okay, well, so if you have $1,000, that's fine, but we need to scale this back because, what's realistic to do for $1,000 versus, like, well, what you want is a $20,000 shoot, but you only have $1,000. Like, okay, well, what, and that's how I like to work. I like, give me your dreams. Like, tell me, like, if money was no problem, what do you want? And then step back and be like, okay, that's great. Like, now how do we do that for $5,000, right? So, like, what, and then there's the reality of the budget, and how do we get creative with your budget to stretch your money as far as it can go? But I think when you're working with a team of people, I mean, listening and being flexible. So, I mean, I can take, again, like, listening to, what the client wants and what the client needs. And I think it's taken me a while to find my voice because in the past I would be like, yeah, I can do that, I can do that. And then I realized, holy crap, like, this is, so then I either end up, losing money on a shoot because I've given away the farm and I haven't, said, hey, like, I can't do the sun, the moon, and the stars for $1,000. Like, it just doesn't, I can't do that, but that's been a hard thing. And it's probably a female thing. To say, no, like, that's not possible to do that. And because I'm going to end up making, a penny a day or a penny an hour. And, for me, like, I have